Now, if you haven't watched the previous training video on how to automatically record a journal entry, you want to watch that because it is an introduction to the journal. Here I want to show you how to manually record an entry. First of all, make sure you're in the journal folder. If not, and let's say you're in one of the other folders, again, come down at the bottom, click on the folder list button, then come up here in the navigation pane and click on the journal folder. To do a journal entry manually, it's really simple. Just come up here and click on the new button. Go ahead and type in the subject, and then down below type in, well, whatever the action is you want recorded. Up at the top, go ahead and type in the subject of your entry, and then down below the entry type. It wasn't a phone call, but if you click on the drop-down arrow, you can select from a list here. And then over to the right, the company, who I had an impromptu meeting with. The start date and time, which reflects the current time when I initially opened up the journal entry, and then how long I had the meeting, which could be 30 minutes here, or maybe it was longer, and then type in down below the nature of the meeting. And then when you're finished, be sure to save your work, or in this case, save and close. And like I said in the last training video, you're going to have your different entry types, and they're going to be collapsible. You may, when you create another entry type that's the same meeting, you'll have more than one listed here. Let's do another one. Instead of coming up here and clicking on New, I just double-click in the blank area here, and it opens it up for me, the subject. The entry type, we'll leave it as phone call. Maybe this was a phone consult, and then the company. And then what I want to show you down here is as far as the start time goes, let's say it's now. You also have a timer. When you click on the start timer, it's starting to tick away the seconds right now into the minutes. So if you're doing consulting, you can keep track of this as long as, of course, you have the journal entry open and you've got the timer going. When you're finished with your consult and you're hanging up the phone, well, you could look on the phone if it has a timer there and keep track of how long you were on the phone. Or here, just click on pause timer. And then you can start it again, pause it, stop, start, and it'll keep track of how long you're spending on this journal entry, in which case it's consulting over the phone. Now the timer only records minutes, not seconds. And you'll notice that it counted off 1 minute, and it will go to the next minute, the second, third, and fourth, and fifth. When I'm done, all I have to do is click on pause timer, be sure to save my work, and then if I need to, I can restart the timer, and it will add on top of that duration for 1 minute to 2 minutes and so on. You can see right here there's supposed to be an animated stopwatch that pushes down. Well, you may find it works better on your Outlook program, but it's not working here for me. I'm going to go ahead and pause the timer and show you one last feature before we close up. If you actually had this contact that you're consulting for in your address book, go ahead and click on it, and then come down here and double click on one of them. We'll say it's Doug. And then down below it adds him as a contact link. So I need to delete here the company, and I can keep track of that company down below or the representative of that company. And then I'm going to go ahead and be sure to save my work. Now the benefit of doing it this way, of linking it up, because if you need to pull that contact up, you just have to double click on his name here, Doug Heffernan, and the contact opens up. Let me maximize it. Also, up here on the contact tab to the show group, if you switch to activities, it'll actually list the activity from the journal entry, and there it is, a consult by phone. And there it is, it's in the journal folder. You can double click to open that up and it pulls up that journal entry. So it's pretty cool. You got it linked both ways. Down here from the journal entry to Doug, or from Doug, up here in the activities view, back to the journal entry here. And then to get back to the main view, just click on General. And then I'll go ahead and click Save and Close. Now you can see this starting to build up. We have an entry type for our meetings. We have another one for Microsoft Word or any Word documents we create. And now we added a third one for phone calls, which we already have a previous consulting job already, in addition to the latest one here that when I double click is the one that we just worked on. Thanks for watching. Hey, as a quick reminder, if you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. You can also click on me and subscribe to my channel, get notified of the latest videos, and for only $2 a month, you can have access to all my Microsoft Office training videos.